Good morning to all of you. My name is Shagun Khatyan. I am student of St. Convent School and I am studying class 10th. Today I am here to discuss about my project, that is about control and coordination. So let's begin with the introduction of control and coordination. So what is control and coordination? All the organisms including plants and animals respond to a sudden changes, stimuli in the environment, and this is happen by a system of control and coordination in the body. In our body, in animal's body, this control and coordination is provided by some muscular tissues. And there's many parts of control and coordination. That is, the first is nervous system. So what is nervous system? Nervous system comprises of neurons, nerves and the nervous organs. This nervous system is very important for the control and coordination. In nervous system, the nerve impulses, the information that is conducted by the receptors is acquired at the tips of dendrites, and here some sets of chemical reaction that travels through the cell body to axon and axon to its ending, and at the end of axons there various chemical reaction take place that cross the gaps, synapses between the nerve ending of one neuron and the dendrites of the next neuron. So there are three types of nervous system. That is the first, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system and autonomous nervous system. So let's start the next, that is neuron, the fundamental unit of nervous system. There is various parts of the neuron, cell body, axon, dendrites, and neuron is also very important fundamental part of nervous system. The next is synapse, and I am already discussed about synapses to you. Synapses is the gap between the nerve ending of one neuron and the dendrites of the next neuron in a nervous system. The next is a transmission of nerve impulses, and the process through which the nerve impulses travel in the nervous system is the transmission of nerve impulses. What is nerve impulses? It is the information in the form of chemicals and electrical signals passing through the neurons in the nervous system. What types of nerves? There are also types of nerves, just like as sensory, motor and relay nerves. Neuromuscular junction. Neuromuscular junction is a synaptic connection between the terminal end of a motor nerve and a muscle skeletal. Now there are two types of action in our body, that is voluntary action and involuntary action. Voluntary action are those actions that are under our will, that are under our will control. For example, I can move my hand according my will, and that is known as voluntary action. For example, a girl is eating according to her will, so this is known as voluntary action. Next is involuntary action. Involuntary action is not under our control. Involuntary action are controlled by the spinal cord, and it is not under our control. For example, digestion of food, we can't stop the digestion of food, and if we do that, first of all we can't do that, but if it is destroyed totally, if our food is not digested in our stomach, then we die. So it is very these actions, involuntary action, are very necessary for us, and these are not under our control. Such actions, just like as peristalsis movement in our intestine, are involuntary actions. Now, a very important part of control and coordination, that is reflex action. In biology, a reflex action is an involuntary, unplanned sequence or action and nearly instantaneous response to a stimuli. Our sudden response to the stimuli is a reflex action. For example, a bus is arriving very fastly towards a boy and he runs very fastly. He runs reflexly. This is a reflex action. For example, let's take an example. There is a fire, and if my hand is above the fire, my hand is burned, and I reflexly remove it from the fire. It is a reflex action. Now there is in reflex action there is a complexity. If the nerve impulses that our receptors conduct from the, let's start with the other part of control and coordination, which is a part of reflex action, that is reflex arc. It is a fundamental unit of reflex action. Reflex arc is the nerve chain between a receptor and an effector organ. It includes various parts, just like as a receptor, a sensory neuron, a relay neuron, and motor neuron, and muscles. It is very useful because if we do not fastly remove our hand from the fire, then our hand get burnt, and for this reflex arc is very important. In reflex arc, receptors conduct the information and transmit the receptors conduct the information and send it to the sensory neuron. Then sensory neuron sends the information in the spinal cord, where the relay neurons conduct the information and sends it to the motor neuron, and motor neuron sends the information to the effector muscles, and the effector muscles do the final job, do the final action, and the action take place. This is all the process of control and coordination. Thank you. Have a nice day.